Hello everybody, I am Chess Buddy, and this is my very first YouTube video. I'm going to kick it off easy today by playing 1500 or 1800 rated bots. And yeah, let's get started. I'm going to start with d4, taking some space in the center. He just gives me a free pawn. Pretty stupid guy. Knight c6, I will play knight f3, defending while developing a piece. Okay, queen e7, there are some traps here, where the queen comes here. I play e4, this is the top move I think. Takes, and now knight c3. Let's go bishop f4. And this is a very strange move. I will not play h3. I do not understand this move. He's trying to checkmate me, but that's a free knight. So, I think Antonio's kind of getting tunnel visioned on my f2 pawn here. It is a very defendable pawn, and very soon he's going to run out of moves. In fact, he might already be out of moves. For example, in the move knight d4, knight d5. He takes this pawn, I take this pawn with check. Now his king's out in the open. And that rook's pretty much gone. I now play rook d1. And I hang my queen. Antonio does not like free queens. Okay, c3. I did hang my queen. He didn't see it, so we're going to be up a piece in an endgame, which I'm actually okay with. Actually, we're going to be up a full rook after this. So we're up a full rook. He gets 2 pawns for it, but I count that as full because there's not really much those 2 pawns can do. I'll play rook c2. Very depressing, but it has its points. He plays this move. My rook already defends that pawn. I'm not really concerned. I'm going to play bishop d3, attack the knight. Try to remove that attacker from the f2 pawn. I'm just going to castle. He tries to trap my bishop. That's a very good idea for him. I'm just going to threaten to fork him. I feel like this is a good idea. He just allows it. Now I am just up 2 rooks. That does not actually trap my bishop. My bishop still survives. And I'm actually going to retreat my bishop the whole way out, just to survive. And now I'm going to force a bishop trade. So not only did he not trap my bishop, but he lost a second rook. Now, black wants to push this pawn forward and try to use this 3-on-1-ish pawn structure. I'm going to play the move c4. So if he does ever push this pawn, I will just take it and these pawns will be split. Very good for white. Oh, bishop c8. He's trying to play bishop f4 and try to do something crazy with my knight. I don't really see any threat behind that move. I'm just going to develop a rook onto the open file, and I'm going to put my other rook onto the open file. Now I play this move, I pin some pieces, and now I'm going to play the move g4, because I feel like this could be good for me. My knight is still trapped, but if I can figure out a way to make this knight move, I can sack and get him out. I will play I wanted to play f3, but I guess I played f4. This is still fine, because I can play the move g5. This knight is still booted. We have takes, and takes. The king has to stay connected to the bishop, never mind. Now I'm just up too much material for him to ever recover. He has no pieces left, all of his pawns are split, and it's going to be checkmate very soon. In fact, I'm going to just slowly bring my knight to the point where it can attack that pawn. He's going to run out of moves eventually, and there it is, he's out of moves. That was a good game against Antonio. I'm now going to play against Isabella. I'll be white. I will play d4 again, because that worked last time. She played knight f6, c4. The idea being that we want to control some central space. c5 is a good move. I will play the move d4. d5. Are we going to have a gambit? Not yet. Bishop g7 is played, but now e4. If she doesn't play the move b5, she is not going to break out, and I will just be cleanly better. I will play f4, because I really want to play the move e5 myself. And yeah, she plays this move, which, believe it or not, is one of the top lines. And if it takes, I know that the top line is to take with the c-pawn, but I like taking with the e-pawn, because I like the fact that these pawns are restricted and get all endgames. I now castle. This bishop kind of sucks. Okay. I know the top line is to take and trade. I actually had this position several times against several other 2000s, and I normally win these types of positions. So after rook e8, that's never been played before, surprisingly. I've always seen knight d7 here myself. I think rook e1 is fine, because if it takes, I take here with the check, and king here, and the queen there. Yeah, I think rook e1 is fine. I'm very happy for the move f5. Thank you. f5 makes my day. You are going to give me a very nice looking outpost. And that pawn is not going to promote, and it is very weak. He plays this move. I'm going to play queen e2 before I put my knight on that outpost, because there's still a threat here. And actually, he just doesn't really have anything to do with it. Like, I'm going to put my knight on the outpost, and that pawn is very unlikely to survive. Now, this kind of confuses me. At first glance, it kind of looks like you trapped your own rook. Is there an idea? There's no idea. There is an idea of queen f2. Maybe I'm just bad at chess. No, there is no idea. If queen f2, I take, and then I develop my bishop. So if I take, and the idea is that my king and my bishop cannot, and my knight cannot stop the promotion of this pawn, but the problem with it is I can just move my bishop literally anywhere, and it defends the promotion square, and I'm up a rook. And very soon I'm going to go to grab that pawn, and I will just be up a rook, and I will win this game. Okay, so I win the pawn. I now take more of his pawn structure out of the game, and I will just go win that pawn. a3, I'm just going to take it. This knight is not very good on that square. I will play rook to g4, and it's the game over. You have to give up this pawn because I was going to have h4 coming anyway, and the pawn is pinned. I will now play rook, and I will now play rook f5, and I'll just bring my rook back to f3. This knight is completely, my knight's also out of the game, but it's not going to matter because there's nothing you can do. I will now fork your knight and your pawn. We'll skewer. Skewer is a better word. And I will take this with check, and I will bring my knight into the game. Actually, I'm just going to go take one of these pawns and make a new queen. I don't even need to bring my knight back into the game. I'm not going to move that knight. I do not need to move that knight. I will just make a new queen. I'll take this just in case there's shenanigans, and then I will make a new queen. And for most of you watching, you know the idea here. We're just going to go quickly in the ladder and meet my opponent. He's going to run out of moves anytime now. And he decides to go this way, which is fine. I'll just win the knight. Okay, so Isabella was about to lose this game. It was a very good game. I think her mistake was overextending her pawn on e4. I'm now going to play Wally. Okay, so for my last game, I'm going to be playing Wally. Wally's 1800, so it should be pretty decent. Well, it plays King's Indian Defense. Now that's not the move. Now I can play e4, and he cannot play d5. Now I can play f4, and I'm just going to get a much better position. Knight f3 is played. After knight to d7, this is just ever so slightly better for white. c5 is the correct move. Forces me to play a good move. Now I can actually play both of these moves right now. I do this move because it's simple, and I'm going to play for that move later. It gives me something to do. I castle, and it's very, that's not a good move. I was about to say, it's very difficult for black to break out, but black's trying to prove me wrong. That's not a good move. So black is arguing that by damaging my structure, my endgame will be worse here. But this diagonal is black's most important diagonal. Without it, he can't really defend his king that well. So I'm gonna play this move. I'm kind of baiting this move so that I can play rook b1 and this has a target now. And okay, I'm not really concerned about this pawn too much. In fact, I'm going to just completely ignore it and go for the move e4. Allow him to take and play queen d3. And the idea that I'm going for is that I'm just much better. These pieces suck. I will play g4, the knight goes straight back to where it came from. Or in's fine. Even so, that's a mistake. You had to take my bishop while you had the chance. And now I'm going to... Oh. I'm concerned about knight d4, but you know what? I'm going to play queen d3. I think knight d4, just stopping knight d4 outright. Whoa! He's trying to push the pawn the whole way, but after king g2, that knight is trapped. So after rook a1, where does this knight go? He just gambit to knight. Okay, Wally is now down a knight. There is no attack. This rook cannot be booted. This knight is just not able to get in. So in fact, I'm going to try my best to break into his position. He probably should decline me. He does not decline. He invests, so I'm taking now. And he's starting to panic. He realizes that my knight's a little bit strong here. So it's complete pandemonium, but I think I'm better. I'm up a piece. He needs to somehow get this knight to attack that rook. For him to have any progress, the only way to do that is to get the knight to this square. So he's going to have to play this move. I don't think that's what black wants. I'm going to take this pawn. You can't take me because I have the move f6. And now I'm going to just attack your rook. Flat out, just attack the rook. And he sacks the rook. Okay, so how do I continue this attack? The king's very weak, but now so are my dark squares. It's kind of a trade-off for that rook. My dark squares are a little bit more weak than they would be. I could also just go for this pawn. Like, I could play queen c2. Actually, I'm going to play queen e2, and I'm just going to stockpile on that pawn. I'm going to go win that pawn. Now, with that pawn gone, I'm just up a rook. And after the move... Now, there is a threat here to go here. I was planning on going queen a2. That's what I thought in my calculation. But there is this move, and that is just a waste of a turn, because he can just come in with a bunch of checks. So instead, I'm going to just push my pawn. And the idea is that after queen here, I'm just going to go back a square. There are no checks, everything's covered. This is about to become queen. There are still no more checks, so I'm very happy to do this. And now if I could trade queens, I'd win. This is, oh my god. I am very bad at chess, sorry. I just hung a whole night. Oh, but he blundered a queen trade. Very nice. And now I'm going to take all of his stuff. And I'm going to win this game. It's very close, but I have a rook, so I can just sack my rook for whatever pawn makes it and just make a queen. So, yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to be active this is my first video, so if you guys can give me feedback if you liked it or not, or if I should do something different, that would be very helpful. If you prefer me to play real players, I can also play real players around the rating of 2,000. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.